so many characters to pull from. I don't know who to choose. Wow! Anyway, greetings of the internet. My name's C+Hero. This is Hero Vtuber. And in this video, I want to talk about the top 8 most wanted rerun for new players in Honkai Star Rail. Now, before we begin the video, things I want to keep things in mind is that the list is not in a particular order, and it does not tell who is better or worse to pull for. The character here are based on my own thoughts and research. Without further ado, let's get to the video.
The soft wind beckons the early spring. A joyous mood does it bring. A chilly wake from rest. A plum blossom in a mess. Where is the home I miss? Only remembered in drunken bliss. Oh, looks like it's tea time.
First on the list is Ruan Mei. Ruan Mei is an Ice Harmony unit. She is one of the best support units in the entire game because of one reason. Well, technically 3 words. Weakness break efficiency. Her skill improves your ally weakness break efficiency by 50%. What is this is that it's a hidden stat to determine how much damage can character do to the enemy when they have their toughness meter on. So let's take an example. Let's say you have a team of Ruan Mei and Kafka, and you're fighting against an enemy with 200 points of toughness meter. Now Kafka's weakness break efficiency is usually at 100%. You activate Ruan Mei's skill, and now Kafka's weakness efficiency is at 150%, meaning that Kafka can do more damage to the enemy's toughness meter. And what's even cool about Ruan Mei is that she is the only character in the game that can improve your allies' weakness break efficiency. And did I also mention that her skill also provides a 32% damage increase for all allies, which being my example of using Kafka, can also do much more damage than she really should. Her ultimate also gives all allies an all-type resistant penetration increase by 25%, and the attack applies something called Thanatoplum Rebloom to the enemies. I may have butchered that name, but basically it's a type of debuff that trigger when the enemy tries to recover from weakness break, extending the duration of the weakness break. Ruan Mei is a great supporter who can put in any kind of team you build, such as follow-up attack team, break effect team, hyper carry, or even a dot team. She is just a good all-round team because of her kit. And she is probably going to be even more viable now that we're into a more of a break effect niche kind of team. But if she returns in a rerun, I recommend that she should be someone that you should pull for if you're a brand new player.
All units, target spotting! Target spotting! Stick to the plan, shoot on sight! I repeat, shoot on sight!
Don't be afraid. Listen to me. Wasn't it you who invited me?
Next up, we have Kafka. Kafka is a lightning agility unit. She is the most vital dot unit in the game. Dot stands for damage over time. She can inflict shock on multiple enemies through her ultimate or follow-up attack if your ally performs a basic attack on a single target enemy. Kafka is by far probably the most popular character in the game because as a new player who played this game for a bit of a while now, you should know that Kafka appeared at the very beginning of the game, and she's kind of the temporary character that you play through the tutorial phase of the game, at the very beginning of Honkai Star Rail main story, as well with Silverwolf. If you enjoy playing dot style team, then Kafka is your gal.
What are you afraid of?
Coming after her is Black Swan. Black Swan's a wind agility unit, share the same path like Kafka, and she is basically Kafka's BFF. And the reason why is because of her own unique kit too. She provided debuff of her own called Arcana, and Arcana acts as a windshield dot. It can stack up to 50 times, and when inflicted, enemy receive wind dot damage equal to 240% of Black Swan attack at the start of each turn. And Arcana reset at 1 after the enemies are damaged by it. So whenever Black Swan is in a team, all enemies are inflicted by the Arcana with an Arcana. But if you use Black Swan technique outside of a battle and hit on the enemy before the battle begins, then they're inflicted with at least 3, 4, or 5 Arcana, if I am correct. And each stack of Arcana increases their dot damage multiplier by 12%. Her skill does AoE damage, area effect damage, also inflict Arcana, and has 100% base chance of reducing defense of the target enemy and the adjacent target by 20.8% for 3 turns. While she has a bit of a steep learning curve, Black Swan can be very useful, even outside of the dedicated dot team, thanks to her use of Arcana. However, personally, if you're gonna be pulling for Kafka and Black Swan returns for a rerun, then I also recommend you to pull for Black Swan if you really like a dot style team. And she is a best partner in a Kafka team, by far the best unit to have. She can act like a support / DPS for Kafka team, so I recommend you to pick up Black Swan when you have the chance.
There's only one bullet left. Wanna play a game? What's your wager? The life of a faker.
Coming right up, we have Sparkle. Sparkle's a quantum harmony unit. A little gremlin, but a very useful one. While she is in a team, you can use up to 7 skill points. She's very unique in that aspect of the game, and she's a very vital for a skill point heavy usage team like Danhang, Inhibitor Lune, or other that uses skills quite often for their advantage. Her ultimate recovers 4 skill points, and her skill helps to advance for your target ally by 50%. While she may be a fool, because she is, she provides a lot of damage boost support for your allies through her skill, ultimate, and talent. I really like Sparkle, even though I wish I could have pulled her when she was available. But when she become available on a rerun, I personally want to pull for Sparkle because of her kit, and I recommend you guys to pull her if she returns for a rerun.
As vast as the universe itself. And within the Intelligentsia Guild there is a figure. Exceptional. Maverick. Luminary. Whose every action radiates a quiet grandeur.
Ignorance is a malady that must be cured.
Next up, we have Dr. Ratio. Finally, a male character, right? The Dr. Ratio is a imaginary hunt unit, a powerful single target DPS that focuses on follow-up attack. At first, his follow-up attack starts at 40% fixed chance, but if the enemy has more debuff inflicted, the fixed chance of a follow-up attack increases by 20%. So for more debuff inflicted on the enemy, the more chances that he will do a follow-up attack. If Dr. Ratio returns, he'll be very viable for a follow-up attack team if you make him with Topaz and Avengery, but you can also use him in a hyper carry DPS team, and someone like with Ruan Mei or other like simple 4-star character like Tengu and Pella can also be very useful for Dr. Ratio. Dr. Ratio used to be available for free if you played the Honkai Star before the end of update 2.1, but he will eventually have a rerun someday. So when he become available again, I recommend you to pick him up if you really like to play a single target DPS character.
Maybe Maybe I should just resign. Oh, it won't matter if I'm gone anyway. Huh? This is a long...
Ghost, ghost, ghost. What ghost?
You scared me. Oh, there really is something!
Here I am!
Next up, we have Hoyo. Hoyo is a wind/abundance unit, but she works more like a harmony unit, and here's why. Her ultimate can regenerate all allies, excluding herself, by an amount equal to 20% of their respective max energy. Simultaneously, her ultimate increases the attack by 40% for 2 turns. After using her skill, she gains something called Divine Protection, which is this little 2 green orbs just below her icon in the battle. When she has this on, when the allies turn start or when the ally uses the ultimate, they get healed. At the same time, every ally with 50% or lower HP receive healing once. Though not the bravest character in the game, she's one of the best sustain units in the game and worth to pick up if she becomes available.
We stand against ill repute. We champion our renown. Blindly, longingly, devoutly. The beauty is universal. She is within our grasp and beyond the expanse of the cosmos. Our Genti of the Honor-Clad swears to you. The beauty is eternal.
Knights of Beauty? Are they that amazing?
Right after her, we have Genti. Genti is a physical erudition character, a bit of a weirdo, but I added him in the list because he is recommended by my good friend Astro Kyle. And Genti is good because he boasts the highest AoE damage potential in the game and it's very easy to use. He uses 2 different versions of his ultimate attack. His first version helps to destroy trash mob to clear them more easily. So if you ever play a bit of the pure fiction mode, then Genti is a very good character to use in that in-game mode. The second level does more damage, and pairing him with a 4-star support unit like Tenyu or even a 5-star unit like Hoyo, Genti will do more damage and get his energy faster, meaning he can do his ultimate more often. Though, due to his flamboyant personality, he is still a bit of a weirdo.
Apply your color.
Illusion or reality? Care to guess?
Either way, dusk's wane, it too shall fall.
Last but not least in the list, we have Acheron. Acheron is a lightning nihility unit. She is the most powerful DPS unit in the game. She shares the same element type and path as Kafka, but Acheron is not a dot unit. Unlike all other units, she does not need the energy to activate her ultimate. Instead, she needs a stack, and if she has 9 stack, she can activate her ultimate. To get these stack, you can use her skills to gain 2 stack, or whenever your allies inflict a debuff on your enemies. The downside to this is that to get the maximum effect at her Eidolon level 0, you need 2 other Nihility units on your team. But if you manage to have Acheron at a higher Eidolon level, then you only just need 1 other Nihility unit to be added in the team. And her ultimate also ignores weakness type. So no matter if the enemy is weak against lightning or not, Acheron's ultimate can do much more damage no matter what enemy's type weakness is. Though she came out more recently, she'll be even become better with any future sustain or support characters, Lycorn and Relics in the game's future updates. And that's about it. Remember that to have fun with any character to catch your interest. Like I said before, all these characters in the list are just based on my own research and interest, but I think each of them have different values. And I think that's what's most important about picking and choosing who you want to play the game. Of course, having fun is also important, but if you want to build a very good team to use both in the main story as well as getting through most of the in-game content, then knowing what each of these characters value and what they can do and put on the table is very viable to know beforehand if you're gonna pull them with all of your Star Rail special passes, Stellar Jade, or how much exact money you'll be spending on to pull the character. But anyway, if you guys found this video useful, please consider giving it a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and check my other Honkai Star related content here on my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next time. C+Hero signing out.